Alright guys, hey everybody, and welcome to Zenfolio Live. Hope you guys like that new intro. I'm super excited about Halloween next week, and I thought I would make something really cool to show you guys, just a happy Halloween intro, so I hope you guys like that. Today, as you can see, we are talking about how to use visitor sign-in to create an email list, an opt-in email list where people can come in, opt into an email list, you can market to them and things like that. I'm going to show you two different ways that you can do this. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into this topic. Well, actually, first, if you guys are watching this, and if this is the first time you're watching Zenfolio Live, definitely say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're from. Make sure you hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, we put out new video tutorials every week. So definitely make sure to subscribe to the channel so you get those new video tutorials. I just finished up this week the last video in the Improving Your Client Communication series, so definitely check that video out. It's going to show you how to save some time by editing default message templates. It's also going to show you how to create your own custom email template, and then it's going to show you how to create custom email templates for password protected galleries. So definitely make sure that you check those tutorials out. It's going to help streamline your communication process with your clients. Alright, so let me go ahead and jump over into today's topic really quick for you guys. So we're going to be talking about, this is another thing too. Some of you guys might have noticed the new dashboard here. So we're trying to make things work a little bit better on mobile, and also just kind of make things a little more streamlined. So you've got this quick start menu up here that gives you quick access to some of the main functions of your Zenfolio site. And then of course the other dashboard is right down here below, which you can easily access things from as well. But okay, so talking about creating an opt-in email list for your clients, there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. So one of the ways that you could do it is just have a simple single gallery that lets people opt into an email list. You can just have a simple gallery that lets people do that. Let me show you how to set that up really quick. So what I'm going to do is just click on Photos right here. And I've actually started an email list group down here, but I'll talk about that a little bit later on. First, we're going to do the really simple way of doing this. And let me get this overlay out of the way here really quick so you guys can see everything that I'm doing. So what we're going to be doing is creating a gallery, and I'm just going to upload a really basic, simple image into it. I've actually already got one uploaded. And we're just going to make this our opt-in email list option. So what we're going to do is go up here to, I'm going to create it in my web assets group right here. So I'm just going to click on the group. And then I'm going to call this new gallery right here. I'm going to create a new gallery and just call this email list. And hit enter. Now what we're going to do is we're going to upload a photo really quick to this. So let me go and click the upload button. And let me just add this photo. And it's just something that I created, really simple. Basically, all it's for is so that when somebody actually visits the gallery and does the visitor sign in, that there's just a little message there that says, thank you for signing into my email list, or signing up for my email list. So this is what the image looks like right here. Obviously, you guys could make something far more awesome than this. This is just something I'm quickly made to give you an example of how this is going to work. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that visitor sign-in is turned on here. So we're going to go down here. First, we're going to make sure that we're on the actual gallery. So right here, we're on the actual gallery here. And we're going to come down here to visitor sign-in and click visitor sign-in. And right now, you can see that it says none. We want to change this over. So we're going to change this over so that visitor sign-in is set to show, because the whole point of this is we want people to give us our email address so that we're building our marketing email list, and we can market out to these people whenever we're doing promotions, maybe sales and things like that. Or maybe we upload some new galleries and we just want to let these people know. That's the whole point of building this email list. So again, what I've done is created a blank gallery, uploaded a simple thank you image in it, and now I'm just turning visitor sign-in on right here. So I'm going to go and uncheck same as containing group. Right here, we're just going to turn that off, and then we're going to say yes, we want to display a visitor sign-in. Now you can have it set up so that anytime somebody does the visitor sign-in, you're going to get an email letting you know. For this purpose, I'm not really interested in that, so I'm going to uncheck this option. But the option that you really want to make sure that you have checked is this automatically update my contact list. That's the information that we're after. We want this to update our contact list with the information that people are signing in with. So after we've made sure that that option is checked, next we're going to go to visitor messaging. Now, normally, visitor sign-in is used for people signing into a gallery to view photos and things like that. So the default text is kind of set up for that. However, since we're doing an email list, we want to change just a little bit just to say something like, you know, please enter your email information, or whatever you want it to say, just to encourage people to put in their information so that they're added to your email list. Now the next section down here is sign-in fields. These are the information that you're going to require from the clients. Now, since the whole purpose of this, again, is to gather their email list or their email address, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that the email address is required. Now, you can do optional things if you want. You can ask for the phone number. I'm not really going to do that because I personally would never give anybody my phone number online, but that's an optional thing right there you can do if you want. Now next, I'm just going to click Save. And now this gallery is pretty much set up, except for we want to customize this a little bit. So the first thing I want to do is just leave myself clicked on the gallery right here. I'm going to go up to Preview, hover over that, and click Customize. And what that's going to do is that's going to load us into Customize view, where we can customize the way that this gallery is set up. And then we can also add this gallery to our site menu so that it is added on there for people to actually join the email list. So now, as you can see right here, this is not what I want this gallery to look like when people go in to sign the email address. Basically, I just want them to see the photo, and that's pretty much it after they've actually given me their information. So what I want to do is I'm going to go up to Options. I'm going to uncheck Use Default. Actually, I'm going to disable the Photos page right here. And then what I'm going to do is just go ahead and let me make this full screen for you guys. What I'm going to do is just go ahead and actually click Apply. This is going to disable that thumbnails page because I don't really want people seeing it or using it anyway. I just want them to go straight to the photo. Now, the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to customize this photo page so that it just shows the image by itself in full screen view. I don't need any buttons or anything like that. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see it better. I don't need any of the slideshow buttons and all that stuff. I'm just after the actual photo being shown because I just want people to see that I'm saying thank you for joining my email list. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just change this layout. I'm going to go up to Layout first, and I'm just going to use this full screen layout right here and click Apply. That's going to give this image at full screen. It's going to show the messaging that I want the clients to see after they've signed into my email list. And now I'm going to customize this a little bit more. I'm going to turn all these buttons off over here. Now, if you wanted to, you could turn the page header off. It could just show the image. I'm going to leave the page header on because I want people to be able to navigate my actual website. I'm going to turn pretty much everything else off. So I'm going to set the title to hide, and I'm going to set the path to gallery to hide. All of this stuff right here is going to be set to hide. And then I'm just going to click Apply. A couple of you guys in chat are saying that you can't see the video. I'm not sure. You might just want to try refreshing the page. It should be showing okay though. Right now you should be seeing my Zenfolio account with my mouse moving around. If you're not able to see the video, you might want to try refreshing your browser or something like that. And hopefully it's actually showing the video. Okay, so now I've got those buttons off. Let me go ahead and hide that slideshow button too. I missed that one. Slideshow button set to hide, and click Apply. Okay, now I've got the gallery looking exactly the way I want. I want people, after they sign up for my email list, I want them just to come and see this message right here. So now, how do we make this work? What we're going to do is we're going to go to Edit Site menu next, and we're going to click right here and click Add New. And then I'm just going to put right here, I'm just going to give this a name. Sorry if you guys are having issues with the video. Yeah, definitely just try refreshing your browser. Hopefully that fixes the issue there. Sorry about that. All right, so I'm going to give this a name, and basically I'm just going to say sign up, or let's see, we can just call it sign up for my email list, something like that, and hit enter. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to link to that gallery. So I'm going to hit select. That gallery was in web assets. I'm going to find that email list gallery, wherever it was, right here on the bottom. Hit select. And then click update. And now what I'm going to do is just let this refresh. And that's going to add that site menu item to my navigation up here, which you can't see it. But I'm going to move it up because I want it to be right after portfolio right here. So I'm going to hit refresh. That's going to set that up there. So now you can see it's right there. It's been added to my email, to my site navigation right there. And so the last thing I'm going to do is click publish. And click yes, publish. Okay, so now to give you guys a rundown of how this works. Hopefully you guys are able to get the video working. If not, I do apologize. Okay, good. It's working now. Okay, great. All right, so now what I'm going to do, now that I've got this published, let me take you guys through what it looks like for a client and how this works and what you can do with this. And then I'll show you the other option that you can do as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to my home page here. I'm going to copy this up, and you guys will have to forgive whatever this looks like. I've been doing a lot of testing, so it looks terrible, obviously. This is not what I would want it to look like. As you guys know, I do a lot of changing and things like that in this account. Definitely do not take this as a side example or how I would suggest for your website to look like. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to open this up in a new window. So let me get a window that I'm not signed into opened up really quick. So I'm going to open it up into Firefox. And let me pull Firefox over here so you guys can see it. And right here, sign up for my email list right here. So hopefully visitors to the website see that. They click sign up for my email list. And then it's going to take them right here where it says, please enter your information. Enter your email information. Again, you can customize this messaging however you want it to say. I can show you how to do that again. But let's just go ahead and put an email in here. I'm just going to say zenlive@zenfolio.com. And I'm just going to say, oh, that's the name. Sorry, that's the name field. Wow. Robert. And then I'm going to say at the email field here, what I'm going to say is Zen Visitor. Let's do Zen Visitor. Visitor. Wow. A rough day today. At gmail.com. All right. So I'm going to put my name, email information. Again, this will be for your visitors. And Ted's asking, is this for lead capture, or they said autoresponder? Basically what this for is for, Ted, is, you know, anybody that's visiting your website, if you want to have some kind of email list, updating them on what you've got going on, marketing to them and things like that. This is a way that you can actually create an email list where people can opt into it. So we're just using visitor sign-in. So once I enter that information right there, I'm just going to hit continue. This would take them through to this page where it would have whatever information that they wanted, whatever information you wanted as far as that image that we uploaded. And then from there, they're actually signed into your email list. So now if I hit home, I can go back to the website. But now let me show you how this works on the back end. So now that they've done that process, those emails are actually captured in your Zenfolio account on the back end. So now you can go to communications, and then you're going to go to contact list right here. And you can look and see who has signed in to any gallery. But the cool thing is if you just want to market the people who have opted into your email list, what you can do is click this and say, okay, show me only the people who have signed into my email list. So you can find that gallery wherever you have it stored and view the information there. Here's that sign in that I just did. And now if I wanted to send out a marketing email to these people, imagining that this list was full of different people, you could just select here, click send email, and actually go through the process of creating a marketing email or whatever and sending out to the people who have opted into that email list. So that's one of the ways that you guys can do it. Let me catch up to you guys on chat, say hello to some people, and then I'll go back and I'll show you another method that takes a little bit longer to set up, but will actually give you different information. You can see what kind of photography people are interested in and things like that. But that's how you do it. The simple route with just a single gallery with visitor sign-in turned on. So let me catch up to you guys in chat really quick here. All right, so let's see. Adrian Miller says, hi, Robert. Hey, Adrian, glad to have you here hanging out with us. All-American Video says, happy Thursday. Hey, All-American Video, I've got some questions of yours that I'm going to get to after I talk about the visitor sign-in stuff for a little bit longer, but I do have some questions that you submitted that I will definitely answer today. Henry Hong, is it Henry Hong Kong? Hopefully I said that right. It says, hi all. Hey, Henry, glad to have you here hanging out with us. Mark Racker said, is that Racker? Mark Racker says, TGIA, almost Friday. Yes, I'm so ready for the weekend. I know today I'm going to be carving some pumpkins with my son as soon as I'm done today. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm definitely ready for Halloween next week. Roxanne says, made it in. Hi, Robert. Hi, all. Hey, Roxanne. Always good to have you hanging out here. Glad to have you here with us. Katrina says, hey, did the video start? Hopefully you guys got the video situation kind of fixed. I'm not sure what would cause that. I find 9 times out of 10 just refreshing my browser usually fixes the issue there. Definitely, if it's still not working, please let us know. Hopefully a quick refresh fixed the issue. Let's see here. Everybody says I can see it. He says yes, yes. Home phone says I vote Pedro. Audio is good, perfect. And let's see. Ted James says, "Is this a lead capture?" Okay, I got you there, Ted. Ted says, "Blue backgrounds matter." Definitely, Ted. Blue is definitely not my color. I'm definitely a darker colored person for sure. I like blacks, I like a lot of dark grays. Blue is definitely not my color at all. He says, "Will the autoresponder receive 205 discount coupons?" Oh, 20% discount coupons. You can definitely set it up to work that way, Ted, and I can talk about that a little bit. Let me show you guys again first how to... let's see. All American Video says, "Will this list make when they opt to contact us?" Will this list make when they opt to contact us? I'm not sure what you mean by that, All American Video. If you could clarify just a little bit, I'd be happy to elaborate on that, or try to. And then Ted, as far as the coupons go, you can definitely set up an autoresponder using triggered emails. If you want to send people coupons, you can definitely do that. I've got a video tutorial planned out on triggered emails coming out later. I just haven't got it out right now, but I can talk a little bit about that today as well. All right, guys, as I said, I wanted to show you another way that you could do this that would help get you a little bit more information. It would actually let you kind of figure out what types of photography the people that are signing up to this email list are interested in. Now, the way we're going to do that is through a group, and we're going to do it through collections as well. So let me show you what I've got set up so far. So I'm going to go to Photos right here, and let me just minimize this right here a little bit, and I'll just make this bigger for you guys. All right, so we are in my photographs section here, the organizer. And what I did was I created an email list group right here. Now, inside of this email list group, what I've done is I created an assets gallery. So let me show you what's in that assets gallery first. So if I click on that, it's got these cover photos right here that have different types of photography on them. And then it's also got this right here, that message that I created earlier. The thank you for signing up, for my email list. Whatever information or messaging you want to actually say to your clients or your website visitors once they go through the process of opting into your email list. That's what this image is right here. So what I've done first is I've created a couple of different collections here. So the collections here, all that these collections have in them is that thank you image. So if I click here, you can see, I think I didn't put it in this one yet. Oh, it's in that one. But let me show you. So what I did was I created a collection for each type of photography that I wanted to have an email list for. And then what I did was first, I went and made sure that I put that thank you image in the collection by going here, clicking add to collection, and then choosing the collection that I wanted to add it to. And then the next thing that I did was I made sure that I assigned these photos as cover thumbnails. So click on this right here and say select as cover thumbnail. And that's going to give you this option that's going to pop up right here. Let me do it again. Not sure why that's not popping up here. Hold on a second. Let me refresh my browser. And we'll just do it through photo actions. So select as cover thumbnail. There we go. And that was the engagement photo. So what I was going to do is apply that as a cover photo for the engagement collection and hit assign. And then you're just going to repeat that process for each collection. So you can see right here, engagement, and there's the cover photo. Landscape, there's the cover photo right here. Portrait, there's the cover photo right there. And wedding, the cover photo hasn't been assigned to this one yet, so let me assign that. And like I said, this is a little bit more complicated way to do it, but it will definitely give you a little bit more information on what type of photography that the user who signed up to your email list is interested in. So you can kind of cater to them when you're doing marketing. So I'm going to set this as a cover thumbnail here, and I'm going to assign that to weddings. Okay. As a next step, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that this assets gallery right here is set to hide. I don't want this showing up when people sign up for this. So I've already done it, but if you click on a gallery right here, you can say hide this from visitor and it won't show that actual gallery. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn visitor sign in on for these collections right here. So what I'm going to do is click on each collection. So you can see that collection right there. I'm holding shift. I'm going to select the last collection, and that's going to let me change the visitor sign in settings for all of those collections at once. So we're going to go to visitor sign in. I'm going to uncheck save as default because we want to display the visitor sign in. I don't want to get an email each time. And then we're going to go to visitor messaging right here. And we're just going to say, please enter your email to sign up for my email list. And then for sign-in fields, we're just going to leave name required, email list required, because we are doing this to gather email information. All right, so now that we've got that done, I'm just going to click save down here at the bottom. Let's see if I can make my screen a little bit smaller there. All right, so we're going to click save right there. Now we've got the visitor sign-in set up on this right here. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to make sure that visitor sign-in is turned off on the main group, because I don't want people doing visitor sign-in once they enter the group. I want them doing it when they click a collection. So I'm going to go to visitor sign-in. Again, I'm clicked on the group. We're going to go to visitor sign-in right here, turn this off, no sign-in, and hit save. Now the next thing I'm going to do is go to group details, and in a caption I'm just going to put some quick information. Please choose the type of photography you are interested in. Obviously you could write something much better than I am. This is just for an example, but I'm adding that in the group caption. And now what we're going to do is we're going to hop into customize view for both the group and the collection, and we're going to set this up so that it works and looks the way that I want it to work and look. So the first thing we're going to do is stay clicked on the group, hover over preview right here, click on customize. That's going to load us into customize view for that group, and we can set this up to function and work the way that we want. So first of all, let's get rid of this horrible blue background color that's on here. Let me just switch it over really quick and apply this normal background that I usually use. And then once that's applied, what we're going to do is we're going to change up the options on this gallery a little bit. Actually, this group, I'm sorry. So the first thing I want to do is go to options. And on the page elements, I want to make sure that that caption is set to show, because I want people to choose which group or gallery or which type of photography that they're interested in. Next, I'm going to set a bunch of this stuff to hide because it doesn't really matter. And then for the grid options, I want to change it to be this right here. And then I'm going to click apply. And now you should see a pretty drastic change in the way that this looks. So it's going to show that caption up top. Please choose the type of photography you're interested in. And then it's going to show this stuff right here where they can pick which type of photography they're interested in. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is customize the thumbnails a little bit. I'm just going to set everything to hide because I don't really need any of that stuff showing. I want it to be nice and clean. So I'm going to set all that stuff to hide. I don't want any of those overlays popping up and any of that stuff. I just want that cover photo to be there. All right, so now that that's there, we're almost done, guys. I know this, like I said, this process takes a little bit longer than the other way, but you'll see the benefits here in just a second. All right, so now that I've got that set up, I just want to go in and make sure that I customize the collection to be the way that I want it to be. So I'm going to click on the engagements collection right here, and you're going to notice that it's not going to show anything but this photo right here. What we're going to do is set it up just like we did that gallery. So I'm going to uncheck this, and then I'm going to say disable the photos or the thumbnails page, and click apply. And then we're going to go to the photos page, and we're going to make sure that that's set up the way that we want. So we're on collection photos now. Going to go to layout, set it to be that full screen. And then after we've got it to be full screen there, what we're going to do is we are going to remove this share and slideshow option here. So options, page elements, Slideshow, where, yeah, we're going to set all this stuff to hide here. So let's see, that's set to hide, slideshow, share button, all that stuff's going to be set to hide and apply. Now, the last thing I'm going to do here is, since this is a collection, and I don't use collections for hardly anything, I'm going to say that I'm just going to use the collections for this, and I'm going to save it as default. That way I don't have to go and do that same exact thing to those other collections. So now the last thing that we need to do is we need to change this email list from being linked to that gallery to actually being linked to the group rather than the gallery. So what I'm going to do is go right over here, edit this, change this from pointing to that to this email list group right here, and hit select and update. Now I'm going to publish this. And click publish right here, and now we're good to go. So now I'm going to show you guys how this works here. So let me go here and make my browser full screen, and I'm just going to go to the home page. I'll copy this really quick, and then let me open it back up into another browser really quick. So I'm just going to go to new Firefox private browser and put this in. And so now when somebody goes to the website, when they click sign up for my email list, they're going to be taken to that group first, where they get those instructions that say, sorry, I got this all crazy like. Let me make this a little bit smaller. They're going to get those instructions that say, please choose the type of photography you're interested in. They would click on, either one of these galleries. It would take them to the collection that now has that visitor sign in. I can say, okay, let's do James, and we'll do zenvisitor@gmail.com. Again, hit continue. That's going to add that email address into my contact list. But now the really cool thing is doing it the way that I just did it. Let me get back here to it. Doing it the way that I just did it. Now if we go into communications, we can actually filter by those different types of photography. So if I want to see who signed up for my email list on any of the galleries at all, just the whole thing, I can click here and I can view all of the people who have went through the process of signing up for an email list, whether they were interested in landscape photography or portraits or whatever, however I had it set it up. Or if I want to fine tune it a little bit, I can say, you know what, don't show me everybody in there. Just show me the people who signed up for engagement, the engagement email list. So I can click there and just their emails would show up there. This way I can go through, filter these things, and actually go in and market to these people based on the type of photography that they're interested in versus just a general marketing email. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I know that took a little bit more time than I wanted it to, but I really wanted to show you guys those two different options. Let me catch up to you guys on chat, start knocking out, or start answering you guys' questions. If you have any other questions, even if it's not about the topic that we were just talking about, definitely please make sure to get those in the chat so I can get those answered for you guys today. And then for those of you guys who are viewing the recorded version of this, just leave your questions as a comment on the video, and I'll make sure to answer those next week. All right, so let me catch up to you guys here in chat. All right, so let's see here. James is asking about the autoresponder. So James, I can definitely show you that in just a second. Adrian Miller says, I've created some JPEG text watermark in Photoshop in different sizes. However, they all seem fuzzy when applied. What's the best way and size to create a text watermark? There's actually a watermark help article, James. Was it James? No, I'm sorry. There's actually a watermark help article. Adrian, I'll get it right. There's actually a watermark help article. If I can get Cheryl to send that out to you, Adrian, it's going to give you a size recommendation and things like that as far as what size you should make it and all that stuff, and hopefully help them help it not be fuzzy and things like that. So it's actually a help article. It'll walk you through the process. It'll tell you size recommendations and things like that. And then also on the YouTube channel, Adrian, there's a video that will show you how to make custom watermarks in Photoshop, give you some size recommendations, These are more focused on like kind of like logo style watermarks, but there's a video on the channel, our YouTube channel, that will show you that as well. Ted says, is this like a Weber? So I think what you're saying, a Weber, like email marketing, something to save time and things like that. This is really, what I'm showing you today, Ted, was really just how to start capturing visitor emails and allowing them to opt into an email marketing campaign. From there, you've got a couple of options. You can manually email out to people. You can go schedule emails through the Zenfolio email scheduler. You can set up triggered emails, and I will talk about that in a second, different things like that. But what I was showing you was just a way to use our built-in features to actually start building that email list, and also a way that you can use it to where you can kind of understand what each visitor is interested in and know how to specifically market to that visitor versus just doing a general interest email or something like that. Katrina says, I'm in now. Good, Katrina. Glad you were able to make it in. And then All American Video says, when they sign in to contact us. So will this list make it when they opt in to contact us? Yeah, so All American Video, that's an option you have. I think I showed it, but let me show it again. It's an option that you have on visitor sign in. You can actually set it to where you get an email anytime somebody does that visitor sign in, or you can set it to where you don't. So if I click back on this right here where it says engagements, and we go over to visitor sign in over here, that's actually an option that you have. So on the options right here, you can check this send an email message with sign-in information each time it's provided. So what that will do, All American Video, is anytime somebody goes through the process of visitor sign-in on your website for this particular gallery, or collection or whatever it is turned on, you'll actually get an email with whatever information they provided, whether it's just their name, if it's their name and email, you'll actually get an email letting you know and have that information. So hopefully that answered your question there. Now, let's see, let me get back here. Now, while we're still on the topic of emails and email marketing and automating and things like that, let me go ahead and get to your question, Ted, about automation. You can actually create what's called triggered emails. And I know I've showed you guys this a couple of times here, but it's really cool. It will let you automate the engagement of your clients to some extent, and help you kind of take the pain out of doing that process manually. Now, what you can do first is you need to set up an email template. So we're going to go to communication right here, and we're just going to go to email communications. And this is where you can create email templates and things like that. So what I'm going to do is scroll down to the bottom here, and I'm just going to create a new email template, and let's call this one, let's see, maybe first response to engagement visitor sign in. So the template name, clients never ever see this. This is for your reference, so you know why this template was created and kind of what it's going to do and what you should use it for. So I'm creating this template as an autoresponder to when somebody signs in or does a visitor sign in through my engagements gallery or my engagements email list, however you have it set up or wherever you have visitor sign in turned on. Let's say that this one is for that. So what I'm going to do is, actually what I'm going to do is, the one thing I do need to point out is that you can have automated responses for different things in Zenfolio, not different specific galleries. So you can do an auto response to collections, and that covers all collections, not just a particular collection. You can do an auto response to a group and a gallery, but it's not individual based. It's going to be to all of them that you have visitor sign in turned on to. So what I'm going to do here is just say auto first response to visitor sign in collections. And this is one of the reasons that I'm using collections for this purpose, is because I personally don't use collections for anything else. So I know that I can use it for my email list and set up all of my triggered emails and email templates for that purpose based on collections. So what I'm going to do here is in the subject line, I'm just going to say something like, hey, thanks for signing up. Something super friendly. And then what I'm going to do is just say, Thank you for joining my email list. Whatever information you want to put. I mean, basically this is just a, hey, you signed up, thank you kind of thing. If you wanted to add some information in here, like saying, I'd really love to talk to you about any upcoming projects that you might have, anything that you could use to kind of grab your visitors' attention, get them to reach out and make a second communication to you, you could definitely put that here. If you wanted to, have them try to encourage them to call you, you could put your phone number, all that information in here, whatever you want it to say. This is going out, and it's going to go out immediately after somebody does that visitor sign-in thing. So once we've got whatever text we wanted in here, what you're going to do is you are going to click Save right here. And that's going to create that new template. It's going to save it right here. And now we're actually going to go through and going to set up that triggered email. So if you scroll back up right here, next to templates, you're going to see triggered emails. Now you're going to click on triggered emails, Ted. This is where you're going to go right here. And here you can see what I was talking about. So you can do a visitor sign-in for a gallery, a group, or a collection. And that's why I specifically showed you guys using collections for this visitor sign-in email information. Because I never ever use collections for anything else. So I know that I can do all of my email marketing, trigger emails, and all of that stuff based on collections, and it won't interfere with my groups or galleries. So triggered emails, visitor sign-in collection. And we're going to click Edit. And we are going to select our email template. So I'm going to go select template. And right here you can see first response to visitor sign-in collection. And then we're going to choose when do we want to send this out. Well, if we want it to be immediate, we can leave it set to 0 and it will be immediately sent to them after they do that visitor sign-in. You can set it to be, another day, 3 days if you want, whatever. Whatever you want will work right there. You can just put the days in there. Now the really cool thing is you can add up to 2 more automated emails to be sent out. So let's say maybe later on down the road, you'd like to re-engage people a little bit, maybe re-engage them a little bit, just kind of nudge them, ask them, hey, have you got any projects you want to talk about, anything like that. You can click this little plus symbol, and after you've created the email template, and we're just going to pretend that I created another email template, you can choose that next email template, and you can say, okay, we want this email to send, maybe let's do 90 days after that first email. And then this email would go out 90 days after they received that first email. And again, this is all automated. So this is all stuff that you don't have to do. It's emailing these people for you, re-engaging them, trying to get them to give you a phone call and things like that. So it's a really cool way to kind of market to them, re-engage them without having to do a lot of work after you've set it up initially. And then you can even add one more if you want. So if you wanted to do one more, maybe every year you plan on doing some kind of discounted engagement, discount engagement sessions or something like that. You could set up an email template for that, and you could say, okay, I know, this time of year or whatever, you would put the information, the date information in the actual email, but then you could send it out to them, 39 days after that second email or whatever. Now you can set these up to a year out, so you could email this person a year after they did the sign-in, and then this could actually be sent out a year after this email. So potentially you could automate 3 years worth of emails being sent out to people if you wanted to do that. Once you're finished, you just click Save and Enable, and that's turned on, and anybody that goes through that email will start. Oops. Let me fix that really quick. I must have changed it here. So we'll just do that. A year is the max. So that's what I did wrong. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now that's saved. So now anybody that does that engagement and things like that will get those emails sent out to them automatically. You don't have to worry about it. So anyway, Ted, I hope that kind of answers your questions, give you a little bit of idea of how you can use those visitor sign-in settings on your collection, and then combine it with triggered emails to really automate the engagement of those people visiting your websites. And then again, if you break it down like I was showing you, you can sort through and see, okay, I know that this person's interested in landscape photography, or I know this person's interested in this. You can market to them based on the interest that they chose. All right, guys, that's it for the content. Now, if you guys have any questions about anything else, anything you want me to go back over, definitely get those in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to start taking email questions and see if, let me make sure I'm caught up on chat really quick here. So I think I'm caught up with you guys on chat there. All right, so let me get to, I know All American Videos had some questions from last week. Before I get to questions, guys, don't forget, up until October 31st, you are going to get double referral credits. So I know hopefully if you watched the intro, you saw the information about that in the intro. But what this is there's a referral program, and anytime somebody signs up to a new Zenfolio account using your referral credits, you're going to get credits put into your account, and your friend or whoever you referred are going to get a discount. And now through October 31st, that's actually going to be doubled. So just to give you an idea of what that means that if you refer a friend to Zenfolio and they sign up for a new advanced account, it has to be an annual account, then you're going to get a $72 credit. Yes, $72 for just referring somebody to Zenfolio. So what you want to do is go to Settings, and then it's going to be right here. It says Refer Friends. That's going to give you that referral code that you can then give out to all your friends who are photographers. Tell them to sign up for Zenfolio. Tell them to go with the advanced plan so you get that nice big chunk of referral credits coming into you. And just in time for the holidays too, right? So this is the perfect time to get that money in. You can order, prints with it and things like that. So just so you guys know, we're doing that double referral credits. Okay, All American Videos asked a question last week. He said, please talk about making galleries private and public, and also please talk about editing the price list. So let me start off with access control for your galleries. So what I'm going to do is just click on Photos right here. This is going to take us to our organizer where all of our photos, galleries, and videos and all that stuff are stored. Now, with Zenfolio, we've actually got... what is it? 4 different access control settings that you can use. Now, you've actually got 4 different access control settings that you can use. The first one's going to be public. The second one be password protected. One's called private, and then there's one that's not used very much. It's still there. It's called restricted. I'm going to show you how to change these. I'm going to show you how they work and things like that. So what I'm going to do is, let's just go to my portfolio group right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a couple of different gallery access settings to these. Then I'm going to open this group up and show you how it works. So first what we're going to do is click on a gallery. And we're going to go to gallery access. And I'm going to show you, this one is set to public. Let me get some water, guys. Okay, sorry about that. All right, this one is set to public. That means that anybody can access it. There's no password control or password protection or anything like that. The other thing I want to show you that's really important is search and metadata right here, this. Also, this gallery has allow content to be publicly searchable. That means that even if this gallery is not on your website site menu, search engines can still find this gallery just like a page of your website. They're still going to index it. They're going to go over the content that's inside of it. It could show up in Google search. So as long as that box is checked, that's going to happen. If you have a gallery that you don't want to let search engines index, come to the search and metadata tab right here, and then just choose this option right here. Do not allow photos in any search. But all right, back to the gallery access right here. This one is set to public. Lets anybody in and things like that. And now I'm going to click Save. Okay, so now the next one in here, the engagements. What we're going to do is we're going to set this one to be password protected. So I'm going to click on the gallery, go to Gallery Access, and we are going to set this one to be locked with a password. And I'm going to say test test. Now, that's not a great password example at all. If you guys are making passwords for your gallery, that means that you want some kind of security. So here are some things I would definitely not do. Don't use the couple's name. Don't use the date. Things like that. I'm not saying don't use it. I'm just saying that those kind of things are easy for hackers to figure out. So I definitely not use the name and things like that. And definitely whatever you title the gallery, don't use that as the gallery password as well. It's going to be really easy for somebody to hack that. What I usually suggest is a password, something like this. So maybe we would do like test 156 exclamation point $. Something like that's going to be really hard for somebody to figure out and hack. The good thing about Zenfolio is with these password protected galleries, somebody can't sit there and just repeatedly try to hack it and hack it and hack it. After they enter that password incorrectly 3 times, they're going to get locked out of the gallery for an undisclosed amount of time. That's a security algorithm figures all this up. But they will actually be locked out of that gallery. They won't even be able to try to access it again for a certain amount of time, depending on the security algorithm and things like that. So it's not really easy for somebody to just sit there and try to hack away at the password. But okay, so let me set this password back to just something easy because I will never remember that. And we'll go to hide. Now the next thing that's important to remember is on password protected galleries, you've got 2 options. There's a little checkbox down here, and if you have it checked, what that means is it's going to show the cover thumbnail. People can see it, the cover thumbnail of the gallery. They just can't actually view the contents of the gallery because when they click on it, they're going to have to enter the password. Now, if you uncheck this, it's not going to show the cover photo at all. It's going to show little stars across it, and I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm going to save that one. So now the next access control setting, and you can tell right here the settings on it. Right here you can see this little lock icon right here. That means that one's been password protected. Now the next access control setting is going to be private. So let me make this a little bigger for you guys here. So the next one's going to be private. So I'm going to apply that right here. And private is exactly what it says. It's only visible to you, the photographer, when you're actually logged into your account. So nobody can access it with a password and things like that. You actually have to be logged in as the photographer into your Zenfolio account to even see that that gallery exists. So I've set that one to private. I'm going to hit save and next. And the last one here I'm going to show you is that restricted option that I talked about. So if you go down to the bottom right here, it's going to say allow access to these registered Zenfolio users only. Now, the way this works is with Zenfolio, clients can actually make client accounts on your Zenfolio site. And what they have to do is they actually have to create a client account, and then you need to get their client email address when they've made an account, and you can add it here, and then they can only access it once they are actually logged into their client account through that email. So I'm not going to actually set that one up. I'm just going to leave it the way it is, but I am going to go ahead and hit save really quick. Will it let me save it without anything in there? It will. Okay, so now just to show you guys what this looks like, let's go back up here really quick. So now you can see public gallery, password protected gallery, private gallery, and restricted gallery. So let me open this up in an incognito window and show you what it looks like from a client's perspective. So let me get this group right here. So let me click on the group. Let's see, let me actually go here. I'll get the group URL right here. So I'm clicked on the portfolio group. What I'm going to do is go over to sharing client access. I'm going to copy this really quick and then pull this up in a new window. So let me see here. Alright, so let me see. We're going to put this in. We're going to go to that. And now you can see right there, you are able to see the public gallery. And then here's that engagements gallery right here. Now, is that the one that was password protected? So that's the one that's password protected. And there, when I click on it, it actually says, please type the password to continue. So I can't actually get into it. Now, if you'll notice, the other 2 galleries aren't even showing up. I can't see the private gallery, and I can't see that restricted gallery at all. The reason that is because I'm not logged into my photographer account on this browser. I'm also not logged into that client account that would be required to show those other ones. So that is how the gallery access works. All American Video, I hope that gave you a really thorough understanding of that. There's also a great video tutorial on it on our channel. It's called it's called Access Control. It will go through all the processes and all the steps that I just showed you as well. All right, the other question that you had, All American Video, was talk about editing price list. So there's a really good tutorial. If I can get Cheryl to throw the link out for that, there's a really good tutorial on setting up your price list and things like that. If you already have a price list set up and you want to edit it, all you have to do is go to Selling, click on the price list right here, and then you can choose whatever price list that you have, and you can see how many photos are assigned to it. You can choose whatever price list that you have. Maybe you want to change your pricing. Maybe you want to add some products, change some products. You can do whatever you want on this price list. So this is one I already created. You can just expand these little sections right here and then come in here and change the price. So if, maybe I want to raise my price of my 4x6 up to $5. I can do that just by adjusting the selling price if I want. If I want to add some products, I just click Add Products, find the products that I want here, and we can locate the products and add them to the price list this way here. Now, when you guys are building a price list, definitely recommend taking your camera's native aspect ratio into consideration. I'm not going to go into that whole process because it's going to take a long time, but there's a really good tutorial on our YouTube channel. It's called Building a Better Price List, knowing your aspect ratio, and also knowing the maximum size that you can print based off of the image files that your camera creates. Those are two of the most important things I think you should keep in mind when you're designing your price list. If you design your price list off of your native camera's aspect ratio, it's going to cut out a lot of cropping headaches that you can run into sometimes with clients wanting an 8x10 when an 8x10 is not a aspect ratio that matches what your camera is, and maybe it's cropping off a header or arm where the print should have been an 8x12 rather than an 8x10 and would give you the room that you needed. So knowing your aspect ratio, building your price list off of that, is going to help keep you from running into those issues. Also, knowing your maximum print size is going to help you keep you from offering products that your image files are just not capable of producing. So there's a good video tutorial on that. It actually has a calculator that will help you calculate both of those two different things and suggest some print sizes and things like that. Now, All American Video, if there's something else you wanted me to go into on price list, definitely let me know in the chat. But let me hop down here and grab Katrina's question here. So she says, is there a way on upload contact inquiry form could be full size, fit to screen? Mine looks really small. Upload. So let's see. Is there a way on upload contact inquiry could be full screen size, fit to screen? Mine looks really small. Uploaded contact inquiry. I'm not exactly sure what you mean there, Katrina. I do apologize. What we could do is, if I'm not able to answer that for you today, you can definitely shoot me an email. I'm really good about getting back to you guys on email. So if you want to shoot me an email, Katrina, you can shoot one to zenfolio.com/contact. Put attention Robert in that subject line. And then please send me a screenshot of exactly what you're talking about. I'll respond and definitely work with you and try to get this figured out as far as that goes. I'm just not quite sure what you're talking about, and I would probably need to see a screenshot. So yeah, definitely just reach out to me via email. Okay, let me get back here. So let's see. And I'll throw this contact back up here. Let's see here. All American Video says, what about Pro? So for Pro, it's going to be if you have to do the math now. So for Pro, if you use your referral credits and you get the double referral credits, it's going to be a 10% credit, which would be $24. And then with a double referral, it's going to be a $48. So that's still a decent chunk of change for referring somebody to Zenfolio. Again, that's only till the 31st, you guys. So definitely use that referral credit and get those referral credits. Use that code. Let's see. All American. Let's see. Tracy says, totally off topic, but received order and was disappointed. Emailed photo of original and file product showing differences, and within hours I was refunded with loads of apologies. Best customer service ever. Hey Tracy, thanks for sharing that. It's always great to hear about the customer support. Our customer support team is awesome. If you guys have not had an interaction with customer support yet, definitely give us a try. Use that chat button if you got the chat. If not, use email. I promise you guys we're going to be here for you no matter what's going on. I can vouch for that. I've been answering emails while fireworks were going off. We are 365 days a year, 24/7. We are here for you. So definitely use that customer support. All right, let's see here. Tracy says, I've always appreciated the quick response and help. That's awesome. Again, Tracy, thank you for sharing that. I will definitely share that with the team as well to make sure to give them that feedback. All American Video suggests that was helpful. Katrina says the form clients would fill out when they come to my page. So it sounds like you're talking, Katrina, about the default contact form. There's a couple of different things that you can do. You can edit the theme. You can customize it. Again, I probably will need to look at how yours individually is set up, and then I can make some recommendations from there. So definitely shoot me that email and let me know. Okay, let's see. Ted says, text editor does not allow large print or text. Large print or text. So it depends on what text editor you're working in there, Ted. I'm not exactly sure. I would probably need to see a screenshot of that as well. So Ted, definitely reach out to me and let me know. Again, zenfolio.com/contact. Shoot me a screenshot of what you're working in, and I'll definitely reach back out and see if we can't figure out exactly what's going on. Unfortunately, guys, I am out of time. Again, I want to say thank you to everybody who came and hang out with me today. We do this every week, so make sure that you guys come back. Next week, we're going to have a product review. Again, it's going to be photo floats and some aluminum prints and things like that. And also, you know, if you're not subscribed to the channel, new videos go out every week, and then we do this live stream every week. Until then, I hope you guys all have a great and wonderful weekend and a very happy Halloween.